Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to EA Tetragrammaton, where we are playing It is turn 134. Somebody thinks. Oops. That's word time. Alright, so, pretty neutral turn, basically. No real ritual casting or forging, because we are trying to avoid empowering the Arcane Nexus. Actually missed one. I missed two, so missed a corpse man construction there. We did empower Gudu 292 in blood. Very cool. Magoth, the Archdevil, has claimed the throne of air in the name of Devil in the Detail, the Copper Caster of the Gods. Very cool. So we need to. We'll talk more about this. We need to keep an eye on Lanka's thrones. We did a whole bunch of blood hunting. We had a Gala attacked by 4 horror mantises. That's not a good sign. This Gala is probably going to die. Not one of the ones wielding a crossbow. Dead. Alright, then we had battle in Seedica, where we are just raiding with the Lich. Raiding with another Lich, we win. Attacking with some Fiends of Darkness in Delufe. Let's go ahead and watch how this goes. So we've got our Fiends of Darkness out in, you know, a little formation there on attack rear, just at the ready to go get some boys. They go up. They come down. They kill. Very, very simple. Very easy. These things hit relatively hard. I say relatively hard. They hit okay, right? They have a little poison, you know. They've got decent stats across the board. They've got high hit points, right? These guys are pretty good to go. And if we lose a little stack of them, that's okay. So we're trolling around with them. We've attacked in Karnag. We won there. We got attacked in Andorra. Let's see what this is. Probably like a little buff. Yeah. So we've got a Horite Shaman with crazy amounts of gear. We've got a Acha with a Thistle Mace. And an Ami with a nothing. These Horite Shaman guys are fucking funny. Regeneration, summon Earth Power. Legions of Steel, Temper Flesh, Regeneration, Strength of Giants, Iron Skin, Iron Warriors, Elemental Fortitude. Oy, ow, I just had an involuntary muscle spasm. Protection, 31. Damn. Some pretty good layers here. 31 protection, decent HP, decent defense, actually. Decent morale. Not great magic resist. Even with... to the point to where I'm not even sure putting an amulet of anti-magic is worth it on these guys, right? Like, the boost that amulet of anti-magic gives is so minor that I cannot imagine it mattering. In fact, I would probably mind hunt this guy, but I'm trying specifically to not do any ritual stuff. But I would legit mind hunt this guy otherwise. Because I don't... 13 magic resist, I don't give a fuck. Okay. That being said, he is going to mollywop this, what, 1 PD? Alright, cool. We attacked in Erd 1, and then bounced with Lanka in Erd. So it's it's a Vampire Lord. He's got no gear. We know how this tends to work, right? Vampire Lords versus Liches with the additional death, right? The Lich just has the edge in casting Horde of Skeletons. Even if, right, as my Lich did, took the time to cast Invulnerability, right? It doesn't matter. The Lich will produce more skeletons than the vampire will. The vampire is done. Lich, well, is actually done right now too. Casting some Wither Bones. Yoy! Chop, chop! Chop him up! Oh, he flies. Never mind. He flies. Alright, so we win the bump in Erd. We take Trottern with no resistance, and we hit Behemoth's Rest and take that as well. We have an unexpected event in Dershid. We get 65 gold. Yay! +1 magic in Delka. Cool. Lose income in Belagor. Sweet. Okay, and then all the rest of this is kind of whatever. Losing scouts in places, because that's how we do. This turn is, again, very, very basic. We're just raiding into a couple of locations. We're raiding with Vamp 30 and his little stack of Fiends of Darkness into Ross. We're going to attack with some more into Andoria. We're attacking into Oblashin, into Sciatica, moving a bunch of scouts around, attacking into Stone Heavens and Brightwood and Black Alps, moving into Caves of Madness with another Lich, right? Just trying to put the pressure rating back on. And that is honestly mostly it. Oh shit, I did do that, did I? Shut this muppet. I do actually want to do this, so we're going to cancel these two, and we're going to get a new... Trying to continuously bring in new Eshams. Recruiting all around the world, recruiting Gudus, and trying to, we're going to do this over the course of the next couple turns, trying to recruit more Ishibs, right, in coastal areas, just in potential preparation against Relay. But, for the most part, I'm not super worried about that. We are reinforcing Halbathria with more Liches and an Apkalu. We're going to put down a lab in Tenera so we can start recruiting Ishibs there. And that's... Oh, I think we started this turn, right? We're putting down a fort in Tyrannia. We're going to send a Gudu over there to drop a temple and a lab. I think that should be good. And that's pretty much it. Honestly, that's basically the turn. No ritual casting, no forging, just a little bit of raiding, a little bit of movement, and this is the turn, by the way. So this is the turn where Relay is going to supposedly be putting up or trying to override Astral Corruption. I've put in a lot of Astral Pearls for this. Lanka's put in a lot of Pearls for this. Relay is putting in a whole shit ton of Pearls, to my understanding. And yeah, fingers crossed. If we are unsuccessful in breaking this, well then fuck me, right? Then fuck me, because that's gonna be real fucking hard to deal with, honestly. If we can't do anything about this Astral Corruption, we're gonna get into a period where Hinam has a resurgence and throws Lanka and I back, and potentially, you know, who knows, wins the game. I don't think it will actually come to that. Because I'm to the point to write. I don't think we have much longer to steal Gift of Health with, or for much longer until we steal Gift of Health. The words are hard. We are working towards options to where Dark Skies is not as intimidating a situation. And I think overall, our continuous ability to create new threats with liches and with vampires and now with demons, and we add things in the mix like Gudu 292, right, is going to start doing. So we have Fiends of Darkness, but we're going to start throwing in Storm Demons as well. We're going to get to the point to where I think it's going to be difficult for Hinnom to do anything about that. And then it's a matter of finishing things out. And I don't know if that's a me thing, or if that's a Lanka thing, or if that's a relay thing. I honestly do not know. We can talk about that a little bit. We did this last turn. We took a look at Lanka's thrones. They just picked up, what was it? The Throne of Air, I believe, right? Yeah, Throne of Air. So that puts them at 12. We've got 3 from Abundance, 3 from Eternal Suffering, and then 6 from Earth, Air, and Crystal. That means, so what they have to do is they have to take, you know, this is the Throne of the First Stage. We don't know which one that is. We know this is the Golden Throne. Golden Throne, Throne of the First. Throne of the First Stage. Golden Throne. So the other two are the Throne of Life and the Throne of the Sun. That's pretty cool. Oh man, that's a pain in the ass. That's part of the reason why. Interesting. Well, I guess not. So Throne of the Sun has a crazy amount of Dominion spread because it is a tier 3, right? Throne of Life is only 2. Throne of the Sun would be... so either this one or this one is the Throne of Life. The other being the Throne of the Sun. Basically, if he takes this one... Here's the thing. He needs 2. Lanka needs 2. He has none of... He has no thrones on our border. All of the thrones I control are away from my Lankan border, right? We have Silverfangs, we have Titan's Breath, Peaks, and we have Hallwoods. Right? He has to go through half of my territory to get to those thrones. So, he either has to do that, or he has to take this underwater throne, which so far Hinnom has been successful in defending. Massive fortification. And so if he takes that, right? If he takes that throne, then there's the 3 on the border that I share with Hinnom, or there's the 3 in my heartlands, right? Lanka has to get 2 thrones. Doesn't matter where those thrones are, but he has to get 2 thrones. And that's gonna be not necessarily difficult, right? But he's going to have to go through a lot to get to those thrones. So there's very little chance, as far as I'm aware, right? There's very little chance of him being able to, like, super teleport in on something, maybe, and try to crack it in, like, a real swift way. Like, we might start taking some cautionary methods, scenarios where we start running around and boosting the strength of our walls in a couple of places. But we've already also started working towards, like, even just like boosting up chaff, right? To where we have kind of high amounts of siege defense. I'd say high amounts. We're not high yet. I'm high if I think we're high. But, like, getting to that point, right? Getting to the point to where we have, like, in Silverfangs, a fair number of undead and thralls and things like that, right? That do provide for us a decent amount of siege strength, right? A bunch of Yetis, and actually, Yetis have fucking great siege strength. Holy shit. But also, like, we can get to the point to where we recruit guard, castle defense bonuses, etc. Yeah. Pretty good. That type of shit. We can march once... I think we're at the point to where we're pretty good on... We're going to want 3 patrolling elders to really make sure that our unrest is always down on our blood hunting provinces. But once we get past that point, we can take any thralls that we need to and shuffle them towards those thrones, etc., etc. Right? So I think we'll have a decent time defending our thrones. And if Lanka, you know, if we get to the point to where we squeeze and basically annihilate Hinnom, then it's going to be a war over the thrones there. And that's where I have to be very careful. I have to make sure that Lanka doesn't get the better end of this war, so much so that they completely bowl over the western side of Hinnom and into Hinnom's border thrones with me. To avoid that, we need to start taking some thrones. But yeah, we've got plans. It's gonna take some maneuvers. There it goes. All right, that's gonna be it for the turn. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye, everybody.